Okay. So then the next year, 2007, that's when it seems like Dipset started to really kind of break apart and go its separate ways.
Mm.
At one point, 50 and Cameron end up getting into it on Hot 97 on the radio. I guess 50 said something, I think he called Koch a graveyard or something like that, and Cameron took offense to it.
Yeah, it had something to do with Koch, and I guess Cam at the end of the day was like a big deal on Koch, you know, and what we were doing, breaking the barrier with Jim and stuff, and Koch and that whole independent thing. And I guess Fifth saw it different. He said what he said. You know, Cam ain't having it, so Cam said what he said, and that turned into what it turned into. You know what I mean? Two niggas with big egos, always trying to think nuts, saying, you already knew what that situation was going to turn into. It was inevitable. You know what I'm saying? For them type of guys, I know Cam. So I knew what was going to happen before it happened. I called the conversation before the conversation happened. This is about to turn all the way left. Because Cam is not going to let him do what he be doing to other people. You know what I'm saying? Off rip. So the funny thing was a situation, you know, a couple guys that, my guys, Slow Bucks, I had just met them not just met them, but I had just kind of like got cool with them that day. And they were actually cool, real cool with 50 at this time, you know what I mean? And it was just a weird situation because they was on the set of our video. We were shooting a video for Motionless, me and Jim's song. Well, it's Jim's song, but I was on that record called Motionless. And Slow and them was over there. And Cam and them wound up getting to the argument on the radio. So it was just tension, weird, was because it's like, they were from Queens. We were just linking with them kind of like, you know, through other people. And they were like 50's people. And Cam and Fifth just got into it. We didn't know if she was about to pop off on the video set. Like, fuck that. What's up? They man's beef and our man's beef and we all here together. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of didn't go that way. It went a different way. So that was whatever.
Well, the two of them started going back and forth. I think Cameron made like that video of like
the Curtis,
like 50 in the courtroom, and
Curtis,
and, you know,
like, we kept saying Curtis,
right? But the thing that I feel was a little unexpected was at one point, 50 had a show, and you and Jim Jones came on stage with him during that beef.
Yeah,
and I remember everyone sort of was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And I remember, I think Cameron even made a comment that I think he was kind of hurt by it because he said like, oh, I wouldn't see Lloyd Banks and Tony Yayo, you know what I mean, taking the stage with me during that beef. But, you know, he felt like you guys were his guys and now you're on stage with 50.
Yeah,
like,
I mean.
What exactly led up to that?
What led up? Okay, so, well, for me personally, my stance on it was always, it doesn't matter. Like, if Jim is going to a show and he asked me to go, especially if it's with some people that is some tension there, I'm going to support my brother. I'm going to more than anything be there for my brother if something happens that shouldn't happen. You understand what I'm saying? That was Juelz Santana's, you know what I'm saying, reason for being there and supporting my brother and making sure don't shit go left for my brother either. You know what I'm saying? Same way I would have been there for Cam. Jim, you have to figure out why Jim, you have to ask Jim why he chose to make the decision to go to do the show at that time. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know it was that. I really have to think and really look back. I don't know if Cam and Jim were going through something at the time. I really don't remember. Me,
I think they were actually. I think Cam was suing honestly, Jim over something.
Me and Cam weren't going through something at the time. You know, and I would have to really sit by you. Have to ask Cam if it's like, did that take out? I don't really think, like I said, for me, my sole purpose of being there was to go to support my brother. Like I said, it's like, if my wife is going somewhere, I just got to be there for my wife, regardless. You know, if somebody else, you know what I mean, don't like the idea of her going somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? I got to go to be there for my wife. That's my wife. I can't let my wife go into no crazy situation. You know what I'm saying? So That's what it was, though.
Okay, so you
We
start
went up there.
to
We went up there, stole the show, and left. Drip, splashed all on the stage. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't even know if the show was able to keep going because everybody slipping and falling. So much sauce was left on that stage after we finished. You know what I mean? That joint.